This is E on page 183, solving an absolute value equation. And it says the absolute value of x minus 3 plus 6 equals 1. Absolute value of 9. 9. The absolute value of negative 9. 9. The absolute value of 1.2. 1.2. The absolute value of 8 minus 3. Is it 5 or is it 11? Does the absolute value have the authority to tell a subtraction problem to be addition? No, it doesn't have that authority. It can't make subtraction become addition. It doesn't change operations. It changes the sign of the answer you get. Okay? So the absolute value of 8 minus 3 is the absolute value of 5, which is 5. You see, what the absolute value is doing is, it's just telling you how big a number is. Alright? It's not saying you have to become positive. I guess it kind of is. But it's saying, how big is the number 6? How many units big is 6 in your mind? 6. How big is the number negative 7? Meaning, what's it worth? How much is it worth? It's 7. It's kind of asking you, and you've probably seen this in your studies before, how far is that number from 0? 7. That's what absolute value is. It just asks you for the size of a number. So, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. All right. So, do you know what the absolute value does to x minus 3? It does not change it to x plus 3. This is incorrect. I've seen this before throughout my years of teaching. Students think, oh, this can't let this be a minus sign. It has to be a plus sign. And this is how you solve it. Well, that's not true. Okay? That's not how it works. Instead, you do this. Take away the 6 from both sides. And what do you get? X minus 3, absolute value, we didn't do anything to these yet, equals negative 5. This is why the problem is impossible. It's saying the absolute value of the stuff in here equals negative 5. It's saying the absolute value of something is negative. That's false. That's not possible. The absolute value of something can't be negative. So you say no solution. Now, a little while ago, we talked about graphing and how maybe these will make sense if you think about their graphs. Well, here we go. The absolute value function, and we're going to learn about this later in Unit 4, looks like this in blue. Maybe you've seen it in middle school or somewhere along the way. The absolute value graph is a V, all right? We're also going to learn that subtracting 3 in here and adding 6 out there makes this V move right 3 units and up 6, and it would place it right there. That's the graph of this left side. What do you think the graph of y equals 1 looks like? Good. It's a horizontal line up 1. And when we're solving these equations, we want to know when this crosses this. Well, when do they intersect? When do they intersect? They don't. All right? That's why there's no solution when you look at the picture. Okay?